understand kundalini, which means coiled up in Sanskrit, I understand it, as I just mentioned, an individual unit of consciousness. So all that you know, all that you are, all that you remember, all that you can project, all you can imagine, all you can investigate, everything, including your body, including anything you can think of, is your consciousness. That's kundalini. And that energy is actually real because my experience showed me that it is real. We don't know it most of us have no clue that it's there, but it is in the sacrum area at the bottom of the spine, and it makes us alive. It makes the body alive, but it also is a part of what's called subtle body. That is kundalini chakras and the channel that allows for kundalini to move up through the chakras. While kundalini can do anything, it can move any way it wants. We assume that our consciousness is human, but it's not. It's not unhuman, but it's not human. It's all there is. It's in a piece of rock. It's in the gravel. It's in inanimate objects too. It's everywhere. Consciousness is everywhere. And that's that ultimate consciousness that's there all the time. And its potential allows for the phenomena that we experience to manifest themselves. It's all in the enlightened states. Consciousness is in a potential. We are conscious creators, and we are created and creators at the same time of endless phenomena that keep on happening without time. That is, all the time, at every moment, everything is anew. But you see, with the mind, we are not supposed to know it with our mind. Our mind is just a small part of our consciousness. The mind is the third chakra. Your mind, my mind, we may agree on some things a lot. We may disagree on others because your third chakra is conditioned in a certain way because of your past experiences, because of your background, because of whatever else. And so is mine in the same way. This third dimension, the dimension of mind and will, is what makes us who we are as individuals. And it has the sub-dimension of time. So we can create our truths with it. And that illusion is there for us. But how? How does it happen, right? How is it that it is illusion? But when I touch it, it's real, right? I teach about that. You can't understand it right away. We need to go through each of the dimensions. They relate to the chakras. As I said, my experience allowed me for viewing each of the dimensions. My consciousness was moving up as my kundalini was entering and exploring each dimension through each chakra. So let's say the first dimension, and I say dimension, but you know that in our common knowledge, there are 3 dimensions of length, width, and depth, right? I call those sub-dimensions. And the first dimension is all that is material. Everything material, the smallest, microscopic elements atoms and the galaxies, cosmos, incredibly huge material objects, gases also, all that is material. Our bodies belong to the material world. But then there is the second dimension of emotions. That's the reaction to what's going on. And so there are seven, just like there are seven chakras, and each of them is different and operate on different principles. It's only by the time we get to the sixth dimension, which is our sixth chakra, our third eye, vision and intuition is opening us up to that immense dimension of visions that are interpreted with intuition, of systems like astrology, numerology, any divination system, tarot cards, archetypes, gods, goddesses, sacred geometry. There are many, many different systems out there that somehow don't belong to our logical third dimension, our third chakra mind that thinks, that's goal oriented and thinks logically in a linear fashion. When our consciousness is towards the end of that sixth dimension, that has many layers, this is when we can see through the process of self-inquiry, which you may have heard of too. I mean, Ramana Maharshi talked about it, and other teachers talked about it too. They define it in a slightly different way, but it's still that same process of self-inquiry. And I define it as asking questions and receiving answers. So through that process of self-inquiry, eventually we can see how time is a sub-dimension of the third dimension that we enter with the third chakra. That's when we can see that time is also a concept. And once we understand that, how time was created, we understand that everything else is also created. Our past, our future, our present, it's all created through the creation of the inspired all there is consciousness.